Welcome to Kidmissing TV. I am your host, Angelina Wilson, and it's that time again for monthly updates. November's a big one. So, let's get started. I have 2 pages for November. Yeah, it's crazy. There are some months like that when updates just keep coming. Where do I want to start? Okay. Let's just start at the beginning, I guess. There is an update in the case of Morgan Nick. If you recall, the Amber Alert in Arkansas is the Morgan Nick Amber Alert. Sorry. And police have announced a suspect in the case. A Billy Jack Lynx, Links, from Van Buren, Arkansas, which is right by there. Her hair and its DNA were found in the trunk of his car. Because the description of the kidnapper was of a younger man, it's being speculated that his son may, who also I guess has been in trouble with the law, may have helped him in the kidnapping. Because again, he's been in trouble for sex crimes himself. Police were able to trace the truck through several owners. Othram got DNA from the hair and was able to match it to Colleen Nick, her daughter, and of course Morgan. And since neither Colleen's other daughter nor Colleen have ever been in the truck, they knew it was Morgan's. So, he died in prison for trying to lure an 11-year-old for sexual exploitation at the age of 76 in 2000. If you have any information, you are urged to call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-THELOST. This trial is actually going on right now. Orrin and Orson West. I believe I did a video on this case. However, I did not. Hold on. Sorry, that was my pharmacy. Anyway, there were 2 boys who were illegally adopted out. Their mother had never been in any trouble. They were taken away when the mother innocently brought one of them to the hospital for medical attention. It's a long, convoluted, ridiculous story. They eventually illegally adopted them out, and they became Orrin and Orson West. Their names are classic and sincere, and that's the names I think they should be known by, because they had no business being adopted out. Matter of fact, CPS is being sued by the biological father and his mother. I saw an interview with him. The man was crying. He has an older child, but then he had the 2 boys with their mom, and he was still very much a part of their life. And as a matter of fact, he lost another child at a very young age. And to lose his twins, besides, is just devastating. And I just wanted to hold this man. Watching him, I just felt so terrible. Oh, the little boy was in pain. So Mom took him to the hospital because she couldn't imagine why his leg hurt so bad. He broke his femur, and they decided it was child abuse. He was little. And kids are tough. They have an amazing pain tolerance that we as adults couldn't ever aspire to. His mother said, I still don't know how he broke it and how I didn't know it, because it had evidently broken a couple of days before. But they were, like 3 years old. It wouldn't have been very difficult to break the femur of a 3-year-old versus an adult, which is very difficult because it's the largest bone in the body. In an adult, it's quite heavy, thick bone. But yeah. And after a while, it really hurt. And I guess he told Mommy it hurt. And Mommy, maybe it was swollen or red or something. Mommy said, I better take you and make sure everything's okay. You'll get x-rays. And when they found the broken femur, they took them away and adopted them out. What happened to reunification? What happened to any kind of investigation at all? We have cases where they don't take the kids away and they're killed. Then we have cases they take the kids away for nothing. There's got to be a happy medium somewhere. But the adoptive parents are now on trial for murder. So the names they gave them do not count. These 2 boys are Classic and Sincere, which are kind of cool names. So please pray for the biological family. And let one of the adoptive parents have a heart and tell the biological family where their babies are so that they can lay them to rest and, under their real names. The next update, if you remember, we did the case out of New Hampshire, the Bear Brook case, where we talked about the woman and 3 children that were found at 2 separate times in barrels in the same place in the Bear Brook State Park. Well, as you know, the woman and one of the little girls were identified, or maybe 2. But one little girl remained unidentified. Well, the DNA Doe Network is now working on it. And they know that her mom is European in descent, which does not narrow it down a whole bunch, because most of us are. So that didn't help at all. But they had thought her mother might have been Asian, but no, her mother was European. Julie Doe was a transgender doe that we did. She was born somewhere between the late 50s to early 60s. Her family is from Kentucky. This is according to her DNA. In the counties of Madison, Fayette, Garrard, and Mercer. She did have the gender reassignment surgery and hormone treatment, breast implants, and rhinoplasty. And here's something that ought to tick you off. The DNA Doe Project kept putting her poster up on Facebook, that they were working on her case, and they were, they needed funding. And Facebook kept taking it down because people kept reporting it because she was transgender. I'm sorry, but do you know how mad I would be if my best friend's brother were missing and we put his poster up on Facebook? Somebody found out he was trans, so was born female, and started reporting his posters and taking them down. Do you know how mad I would be? That's all I could think of. And I think they have an identification for Bible John, the killer. I think he may have been a man named John Templeton, according to a new book. He shared DNA with the original suspect, whose DNA didn't match the DNA in the cases, but he shared DNA with the suspect. So he's related to the original suspect somehow. They're still working on that. Again, that was in Australia. Some of these updates I would like to thank Georgia Marie for. I will put her channel in the description. And some of them I just found on my own, like Morgan Nick. And we've already gone through Aisha Degree and her updates because I wanted to do that separately. Because I did a Kid Missing Radio on that, which I still have to get up on here. Guys, I've been out straight crazy busy. I have to finish with November's shows so that I can do the preview either tomorrow or the next day, because I already did tomorrow's video yesterday, so I don't have another video for the month, and that's okay. Yeah, those were a lot of updates. We just have to keep working and keep praying. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys. Hi, Mom.